Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Robbie with Believe in the Run.
This is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And you're listening to Drop, our weekly podcast about everything, including at the end, a little bit about shoes. Now, somebody, you may be watching this, you may be looking at the YouTube description, and you're going to see the shoe mentioned in there. These aren't our shoe reviews. These are our podcasts. So if you're looking for a shoe review, go to one of our shoe reviews.
Or just fast forward to the end. Usually I index it unless it's a really busy week.
We had a guy complaining that and I'm like...
It's like worst running podcast ever.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, it's not... shoe review, I think.
And our stats would say otherwise.
Yeah, they sure would. But yeah, so if you're like, ooh, look, they're talking about the Mach X 2, and it says so.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually at the end. Yeah. And if you want the Mach X 2, we're going to be doing a first thoughts. And for those of you who like it when we do the casual walking and talking, that's that one. And then we're also going to do the in-depth full review, which is the studio review.
But for everyone who already knows us, you know that.
Yeah, you know the
what
the
this
deal.
Is about.
I love it when the new people come and they're like, "What is this?"
Yeah. Welcome to our world.
Yeah,
we don't know either.
Yeah, we don't even know how we got here.
Yeah,
but we're here now, and oddly enough, we're all together.
I'm pulling up the Mach X 2 stats just so I have them. Just so you know, that's why I'm looking at my computer.
Meg, where were you last week?
Oh, man. So last week we went to Boulder, Chicago, and Nashville for 3 different stops of the Move Your Mind tour with A6.
That's almost 3 different time zones. Nashville's still East Coast. I mean, Central, but it's close.
Well, we covered the West Coast.
Yeah.
Robbie and I and Carl were at Running Warehouse in San Luis Obispo, or as like people like to call it, SLO.
So I think we were in every time zone then.
Yeah.
In the U.S.
Combined, yeah.
Yeah. We could divide and conquer. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Meg, your thing looked insane.
Yeah, we had really incredible turnouts for all of the events, which was really exciting because, you know, a lot of these are new cities. Nashville we had been to before, but both Boulder and Chicago were not stops that we did last year. And so, you know, we weren't really sure what to expect, but I mean, the running community comes out and it's super fun.
What I know, without saying which one was your favorite.
Nashville.
Well, Nashville looked incredible. And what I thought was interesting about that is we see people do panels and live podcasts and stuff. And usually the turnout is moderate, I would say at best. And I was like, wow. Like when I saw it was like standing room only and you put out how many chairs?
I think they put out 70, but they had to add more before we started, which was awesome. But yeah, so again, we weren't sure what to expect because Saturday in Nashville, our run started at 6:30 in the morning. Whoa. So right there, you're kind of like eliminating some people, you know, like I don't know who wants to get up that early.
Yeah, I wouldn't be there if I was hosting it.
And then, so a couple hours later, we hosted a live Fuel for the Soul podcast. And so, you know, I wasn't sure how many people were going to want to hang out. We did have bagels, which were amazing, and coffee and all that good stuff. But yes, a bunch of people stayed and additional people came.
I heard it was very interactive.
I mean, we allotted 45 minutes to an hour and we had to cut off the questions because we ran out of time. Like,
oh yeah, I believe that.
People were like so engaged. It was so much fun. It was such a good crowd.
Was there like beach balls being bounced around?
There wasn't.
Okay, next time.
Which is unfortunate.
Oh, beach balls next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely add that to the list. But no, the people who showed up were incredible and had really great questions. And so that we will turn into an actual Fuel for the Soul podcast in the next couple of weeks.
I'm excited to hear that. Now, do I have to, once you get the recording, do I get to say peas and carrots?
So you'll be pleased to know that during the run, we were talking about how you were not going to be there and we needed everyone to ask like some weird off the wall questions, maybe say some inappropriate things. And someone brought up the fact that you wouldn't be there to say peas and carrots at the end. So Georgie, a woman who was there, offered to do so. And at the end, we wrapped it up. We gave her the mic. And simultaneously, the whole crowd said peas and carrots.
That's pretty rad.
That's pretty cool.
It ended on a high note.
That's awesome.
You You were missed, but we filled in for you appropriately.
Well, while you were doing that, we were doing some nutty stuff out in California. So it was really great because I feel like we've been, like Carl and I got a chance to really bond over when we were in Western states. Because, it was Taylor, Carl, you were there for part of it, Meg. And then Robbie left. But this time it was Robbie, Carl, and myself in San Luis Obispo. And I felt like it was a really fun, and it's kind of cool. Like, it's like when you can travel with your team and you're like, oh, I like everybody. And
it would suck if we didn't like these people.
Well, no, because we work all the time together, and you can certainly spend a lot of time with each other. And we've been traveling, so we have been spending a lot of time together. But when we went out to California, Robbie had his son, so he was kind of like, sort of like,
having a miserable time.
But this time I felt like we had a really good time, and it was fun because we got there a little early before the rest of the people came to do stuff with Running Warehouse. So we did some filming first. I was impressed. Robbie got off the plane and was going to stick to his training. And so we literally traveling all day.
And I only slept I went to bed like midnight that night, maybe later.
Yeah.
Because whenever I go for a trip, I always stay up till midnight packing. I just prefer, I've never not done that.
You like the pressure of the rush?
No, I take my time actually. Oh. Just kind of.
Kids are asleep, everyone's, and then you just start.
I used to just get drunk the night before, but I don't know.
And pack?
Yeah.
Wow, and then you end up what did I put in this time?
It's a wonder he was always missing something.
Yeah, see, that's why I used to always be forgetting my wallet and stuff
it's almost like you get to the place and you open your bag, it's like Christmas. Like, ooh, what's in here?
Yeah.
It's big Christmas.
I don't do that anymore, though, so it's cool. It was actually... Anyway, so I only slept 4 or 5 hours the night before, yeah.
So we get off the plane. Did you sleep on the plane at all?
No.
And we go and we do... my favorite kind of running, uphill running. And I say that with complete sarcasm.
Was it to the P? No, it was
we
to
did
the
to the architecture junkyard.
Architecture junkyard. Yeah.
Or whatever.
That's a fun one.
And it just we left the hotel and it was just up. And then up. And Carl and I, we've had enough up. And so we were like, oh, this is no good. And Robbie's like, I'm going to do my workout. And I'm like, phew. I don't believe you.
Did you do it?
I did do it. So the first rep, it was 5K, which is even worse. 5K at 1K. 1K is a 5Ks. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then but the first one was up that hill. And dude, it is not fun.
Yeah.
That sucked. So the second one we came back downhill. And then the last 3 were kind of rolling / flatter,
Yeah.
But I did do it.
That's
I had
amazing.
Connor from Running Warehouse. He was pacing me, which honestly saved me for sure.
Yeah.
Because just having someone else there. If I was doing it by myself, I definitely would have gave up.
I think it's always great when you're doing a workout and the person you're doing it with doesn't seem phased by the paces. So it's why it shouldn't be as hard as I'm making it.
Yeah.
So
I will say I was running in the New Balance SC Trainer V3. Not the best workout shoe.
I want to try it so bad.
I personally, I don't know. It was just for me. It's not.
I actually think it's probably better than previous versions for working out.
I agree with that. Yeah, but I still.
Yeah, it still wouldn't be my first choice.
No,
if I was going out for an actual workout, I'd
want the Rebel or the Pacer or something.
Or the Pacer for certain.
New Balance,
Or the Elite.
Yeah, I want to wear.
I want to wear the race day shoe.
Yeah, if I'm working out.
But I did hit all the paces. And
was the next day the donut mile?
No, the next day we ran by the beach, which was fine, whatever. Bob Jones Trail.
Yeah. Well, in the morning, I guess we did filming. So we filmed some Ballos content, New Balance Ballos content, and some SC Elite V3 content. Mm-hmm. I love shooting with their team because they have 2 videographers with you. One of them's on a skateboard.
Real professional setup.
Yeah.
I think.
You suggesting what we do is not?
It is, but no, they have like it's like next level.
Yeah. They have 2 people. We have 1.
Yeah.
And like crazy rigs.
The problem is, though, the editing, we probably won't see those videos for
That
years
is true.
From now. But
All that red tape and bureaucracy.
whereas,
The stuff that we filmed came out 6 to 9 months later there.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine because Ballos and SE Elite trainer, so it's got to come out fairly soon.
yeah, that has to.
But yeah, I love the one guy, Mike, is on a skateboard, and like he's holding a camera, focusing on you, and going 10 miles per hour on a skateboard.
It's skilled.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Having all that skateboarding action out there, plus the fact that my entire Instagram algorithm is just skateboarding videos, it like really has me thinking. Can I make a comeback?
Why is that that's what you're showing?
I just watch so many skateboarding videos on Instagram. It's just like, because the things that people do now are just unbelievable.
Crazy.
Like, I thought we peaked with, like Tony Hawk doing a 720 or whatever, 900. And then I'm like, this is crazy. Like, people, like, they've taken it to such a whole new level that it's
Even the
unbelievable
street
to
stuff,
watch.
just like quick little ollies at kick flips and.
Like, I used to think Rodney Mullen, okay, for those who don't know skateboarding, this is very boring, but I used to think that was like the peak of like technical skateboarding. And people that's the baseline now. It's pretty unreal. Anyways.
They wouldn't be impressed with my one-handed
Yeah.
kickoff.
Yeah.
But so I was impressed with that. But we then went in, and the next day, like the rest of the people showed up. So there was Joanna, Ashley Mateo, Dr. Lisa, Dr. Matt Klein from Doctors of Running, and Drew Whitcomb from Wear Testers. And they decided to do a donut mile, which Carl and Robbie wanted to participate in. I immediately was like,
Yeah,
no.
Thomas bailed right away. No.
I mean, after I heard the description, I understand bailing.
Yeah.
I even tried one of the donuts to see if like maybe I was being a little bit.
So the rules were you have 10 minutes to eat as many donuts as you want and then run a really fast mile. And for every donut you ate, you subtracted 20 seconds.
Yeah. So
Right.
basically
Correct?
get a 20-second
Head
head start. It's
So
kind of like a reverse thing.
Who had the most head start?
Connor.
Well, yeah, Connor from Running Warehouse is an absolute pig.
He ate 9 donuts. No, seriously, it was ridiculous.
He ate the first 8 donuts in about 5 minutes, and then
And you're telling me he didn't throw up?
no, which makes me want to throw it for him.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
I'm not a competitive eater. You might be shocked to know that. I'll eat food when it's put in front of me, but I'm not trying to force feed it. So I wasn't employing any of the tricks like, oh, you do this, then drink some water, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like,
One guy tried to smash 4 together and thought he was going to be able to get them down faster.
I like the concept.
It didn't work.
Did not work. So I only had 3, which was like the low end of the, like Ashley Mateo had 4.
4 was kind of like the average,
Yeah.
I'd say. And Carl got in 4.
Drew Whitcomb had 8.
Oh my gosh.
Did he really have 8?
Okay,
That's
and
why
then
he
who
came
ran?
in second place or third place.
So
Jeez.
who ran the fastest mile?
I think Connor.
Connor still.
So he ate the most and ran the fastest?
Yeah, maybe Ioana may have.
I think Connor was 5-something minute mile.
He ran like a 5:30. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, after eating 8 donuts.
Yeah. I mean, I was pretty pleased. I ran just right around 6.
Oh, you would have loved it because Robbie got competitive. So like I was watching Robbie, and he.
Were you trying to lap people?
Well,
I
he
was trying to
had
pass
he had 3 donuts.
people.
Everybody, like the majority, had 4 donuts.
So you had 20 seconds to.
So Robbie was clicking off the 4 donut people, and I saw him, and I knew it. Like Ashley was like a little bit ahead of him. I saw Robbie, and he was like, "There's no effing way," and so he took her down.
I mean, that's fair. It's like, I feel like I could beat, I don't know what her mile time is, but I
Yeah.
don't think it was like I was.
She put it on Instagram. I
Okay.
think. I forget what
Anyways,
it was.
but yeah, it was I mean, if there's someone in front of me, I'm gonna try to catch them.
Right.
Like,
It's a race.
I don't even care. Like if it's a donut mile, but I felt pretty good about that, honestly, because I did not feel well.
I was gonna say, did 3 donuts make you not want to run?
I didn't feel good doing
Yeah.
it, especially towards the last couple laps. Like it wasn't. That's enough for me to feel gross.
Yeah.
So I tasted the donuts. They were very rich.
Oh, yeah.
Very creamy, very like dense.
Wait, what kind of donuts?
They were like
glazed
Krispy Kremes.
It was
Okay.
similar. Well,
But
it
like
was
a
bigger than a
plain-
Krispy
Yeah,
Kreme.
it's bigger, but the same.
Yeah, same consistency.
And
but
glazed
They were
donut.
like that big.
Okay,
Like,
but like a glaze, not like cream
Right.
inside or
Glazed
something
I
gross.
did feel that the one person, and it's his own fault though, Joanna is vegan. So when you get vegan, you get gluten-free as well. So they just throw it in together.
it's basically just cake.
And it was just like a thick brick of donut. And then they put like because they don't taste good, they put like a lot of like a dip on the top. So it was like
Yeah.
he was having to eat these things that were like rocks.
So when I was telling someone this when we were there, but when I was when I played in the band and our band ran on vegetable oil, we like had to get grease out of dumpsters. And when we thought, okay, well, like Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme would be a good place because they use grease and probably have to change it all the time because you have to get good grease. And when we went, they don't have any grease dumpsters there at their restaurants. And we're like, what's up with that? So we asked someone who worked there, and they said it just never,
Stop.
like, it just all goes into the donut. So they never have to.
It soaks up the donut. Soaks
Yeah.
it up.
My gosh, that's disgusting.
It's not like McDonald's where you fry it and then you have to like change out the oil now. It's like it just
You're-
soaks up
You're eating some of the oil.
all like the frying oil or whatever that you never.
It goes into the donut?
Yeah, because if you think about, if you think about it, like if you fry something at home, French fries
Yeah.
or anything, like it soaks up some. That's what makes it, crispy and everything. Is like it soaks up that oil and then you
But
fry
not
it.
enough to where you wouldn't need to replace it.
Right, but at the donuts places, they just like it soaks up so much of it that it's.
I
like,
will never. No one should ever go there again.
At least that's
That you went to.
I imagine it's the same everywhere. That blew my mind though.
Yeah.
It's so gross.
So when I tasted it, I was like, there's no way. So the fact that nobody threw up, I was impressed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I did a lot of commentating. So I think some of my live commentating will make it to the video.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what you said about me while I was running. Did you heckle me?
No, I wouldn't heckle. I wouldn't say anything that you would not.
I won't mind if you did.
No, I don't think I did.
Okay. I was trying to heckle Connor in the beginning, and that backfired.
Yeah, heckling Connor's easy.
I threw out some "you sucks."
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, it's all in fun. He didn't.
Yeah.
He was great.
So after the donut mile, we pretty much went back and filmed stuff in studio. Some
Yeah.
stuff that, again, we had some gold. Robbie and I were on fire in this one piece.
I hope so.
That I think they're going to cut it all, but
Yeah, I mean, we recorded a bunch of content. We had some other cool runs. We ran to there's this mountain called Madonna Mountain.
which did you like better, Madonna Mountain or the next day when we did Dirt Circus?
I think they sacrificed virgins at the top of Madonna Mountain. Like that was a joke, a play
I get
on
it.
words.
Because Madonna was a virgin.
Yeah,
I
or
get
like one at least.
Yeah.
Was it like one?
Are you? Wait,
You either are or
which
you aren't, right?
Madonna? Where are we referring to? Are we referring to Jesus' mom, or are we?
No,
The singer,
the imitator. Yeah.
the imitator.
But if you're like a virgin, doesn't that mean?
That means you're not a virgin.
Yeah, you either are or
but
you
you
aren't.
feel again like a virgin.
Oh, okay.
I think what it was like, when you take her hand and you take her there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
We
look up
should-
these lyrics to
we
make sure
should
that
move
these
on
are
from this.
okay.
They're not okay.
Yeah, they are.
Touched for the very first time. I knew that line. I did know that line. I mean,
It's-
honestly,
you know
the
what?
lyrics
That's
aren't
like-
as bad as you would think.
It's like when you buy a car a used car or a certified used car, you're like, it feels like a new car.
Yeah.
But it's been driven around quite a bit.
Honestly, the lyrics for that song are really kind of sentimental in a way.
Let's hear him.
I made it through the wilderness. Somehow I made it through. Didn't know how lost I was until I found you. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I was beat, incomplete. I've been had. I was sad and blue, but you made me feel. Yeah, you made
Shiny,
me feel shiny and
brand
new. That's really a nice sentiment right there. Okay. I like this. I bet you could turn that into a nice, like,
Country song?
slow
Acoustic
country song.
version?
Yeah, like an acoustic one. Sometimes you see those people on Instagram that take,
There's definitely
like
there's
that.
that's already been done.
And just like a prayer,
yeah.
you take me there.
I
That's a
love when
different
they
one,
I
right?
love when they turn some of those hip hop jams into like the acoustic, like soft, slow jams. Those
Yeah.
are good.
Yeah, more of that.
I like it when they take a slow song and they make it even slower.
Oh.
There was, what's the one that we were liking? It was like a remake of a Harry Styles song. I'm like, it was a slow song and they slowed it down even more.
Oh, Sign of the Times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sign of the Times is a good one.
Well, that's a good song.
Yeah, it is.
That song reminds you of David Bowie. Do you feel like that?
Yeah.
I get that because he did a lot of songs about time and time passage.
Okay.
David Bowie did. You know, I didn't realize it till maybe just right now how much David Bowie was focused on time and space. He was like the lyrical
Yeah.
Einstein.
I feel like back in the late 60s, early 70s, there was a lot of that.
Well,
Space Odyssey, actually going to space.
yeah, I think it was the new space race and all that was on top of mind.
Man,
Now we got nothing. What are we doing? Nothing.
AI, that's not nothing interesting about
I know.
that.
We're going to look at stuff that looks like we did stuff,
Yeah.
but didn't. I saw a tiger
sad.
eating ramen and I was like, this is enjoyable, but why?
Yeah. All right.
No one's gonna need to go to the zoo anymore.
Oh, I guess that's a good thing.
You're going to be totally disappointed if you go.
PETA will be happy.
Zoos if you think about it, zoos do weird me out a little bit.
Well, you heard my feeling about
Yeah.
strippers and
Oh,
zoos.
jeez. Okay.
Honestly, this is a pretty good analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get in all your running while you're like? Did you follow the plan?
The only thing I didn't, and that I was mad about, was I didn't get my long run in on Saturday.
Okay. I don't think I've ever been more proud about getting in all my training in a week than this past week.
Wow, that's actually insane.
Megan and I did a workout in Boulder at Elevation
Nope.
up the Boulder Creek Trail. Remember when we ran with Emma?
Yeah.
Up there.
It's good. A beautiful place.
We
Dropping
did a-
names. Emma Bates.
We did a
We
long
also
run.
there with Mackenzie Myler.
We did a long run in Chicago the morning before we left for Nashville. And then I got home on Sunday and did my like second long.
Wait, you had another long
Yeah,
run?
she did a 14-mile after she got here. And I ran. So I went to, after we got off the plane, I went and did my run, just 8 miles, but it was hot. And it was getting hotter. I got
Yeah.
home, showered to go pick up Meg, picked up Meg, brought Meg home, and then she went for a 14-mile run.
Ugh. Yeah, I was going to say probably the most impressive thing is that how hot it was everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Actually, it was fantastic.
Except for where we were.
All right, first check-in. Hopefully grit is going very well for you. And, you know, somebody said something to me the other day that made a lot of sense. So we're going to drill down on that. And it's your thoughts are the only ones that matter. And I thought about that for a second. And when you get down to it, how you process stuff, how you think about stuff is the only thing that matters. So if your pace or your run or anything is going well or not well, it's all based on your thoughts. You could be thinking, hey, it's just great that I got out here today and I got my miles in, and that's a positive. Or you could be like, compared to someone else, I didn't get as many miles in, or I didn't run it as fast, or whatever. But it's all in your head. So check your head.
Boulder, the morning run we did in Boulder was quite nice. It was like 60s.
Oh, okay.
And no humidity. So that felt quite lovely.
Yeah.
But we were at elevation, so you still couldn't breathe.
Right.
So we didn't finish. We got sidetracked by Madonna,
Oh, yeah.
and we went to the place that Madonna Ranch or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
That looked weird.
It's so weird, but at the same time, quite enjoyable.
Are you talking about where the Terex thing was?
No, the Madonna Ranch, where we
Oh,
have
the Madonna
brunch.
Inn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That place was nuts.
Yeah.
It was kind of like Barbie Disney meets Dollywood.
I can't believe they haven't shot a Barbie promo there. That's
Yeah.
crazy to me. It's pink, everything. Kitschy is all get out, all hell.
Yeah.
Whatever. Can we talk about the bathroom?
Yeah, I got a video of it, which was
Yeah.
super weird.
I didn't want to post it on a regular channel, but I thought Megan would want to see it.
Yeah.
I'm like getting off an airplane and you know how when you're on an airplane you can't get the videos?
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to load this video that Thomas sent me as we're getting off the plane, and I'm like, what is this?
It's Robbie peeing in
Yeah.
a waterfall.
Yeah. I mean, you couldn't. I feel like there's a lot of water happening, so you couldn't really tell what was what.
The problem that I found is your ankles were getting splashed, and you're like, is it me or is it the waterfall?
It was a waterfall, maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, I know.
But it's
That
sterile. It's fine.
That run was cool though. There was cows on that mountain.
Wait, we have to talk about the waterfall urinal. So there's this in the basement. Everyone's like, you got to go check out the basement bathroom. This place is amazing. So, by the way, this place is like Hearst Castle. It's like they just added like rooms and places onto it that make no sense, but for some reason they're
Alice
there.
in Wonderland, Dolly Parton land, like
Which apparently Hearst Castle is not too far from where we were.
no,
which
it's on the coast down. I've seen it. I've
really
driven past.
Is it
before.
worth going to it? Have you gone to it?
I didn't go to it. It's not something that I was super interested in at the time, but apparently it's a nice little tour and it's got some good artwork
And ghosts.
so that.
You don't think there's ghosts in there?
Maybe I'll tell you where there's ghosts is the place we went to in Asheville.
yeah.
That Vanderbilt one.
Yeah. That one I got the total creepy feelings when we were in
Yeah, like people
Starts
there.
with a B, right? Biltmore.
Built-
Yeah,
Is that right?
maybe.
Biltmore.
There was a room with like that was like their party pool
Biltmore
area,
Estate.
and there was like locker rooms to get to the pool, and then there was like a pool, and it's all indoors. There's no windows or anything, and it's creepy as F. And
Like,
you're
Shining.
You were
creepy.
yeah. It felt a lot like The Shining, and you're like, I'm sure there was some wild parties here. There's probably some crazy shit that went
Oh
down.
yeah.
Like, you know,
Oh yeah. There was no. Twitter wasn't back then. They weren't like Me Tooing anyone.
no. And these were rich folks with,
Yeah.
you know,
They could shut you up.
yeah.
Yeah.
That got dark.
You accidentally
I mean, it's
got
true.
you go hunting, and the next day, and it's like, yeah, I wish that guy hadn't seen that. Boom,
Yeah.
pheasant, shrapnel.
Yeah, so I was gonna go into a whole another thing, but I'm gonna let you off the hook on this one
Why is
about
that?
Baltimore style corruption and things like
No,
that.
okay.
no, we will not.
And Nancy Pelosi's dad, who was the mayor of Baltimore.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Anyways, maybe another time. But the Waterfall urinal was amazing.
Was it everything you'd hoped for?
Yeah, I was like, how much does this cost to get into a house?
I actually wish it had more of a drop off. So like you stood on the edge, it dropped off, and you peed
I got
into
that.
the waterfall, so that
So it's like, then you can make a wish.
yeah, and also the splash would be less.
Yep, that's a good idea. So what happens
We'll
is
redesign
you
it.
stand at this urinal, like it's just a 2-person slot with like walls
Dude,
on the
it's
side.
as many people who could fit in.
I mean, I guess that's true.
It's just
You
an
could-
open area. Like I didn't want to go while Robbie was going because it would have been weird because you'd just be standing next to each
Yeah,
other.
you could be touching elbows while touching other things.
Ew.
But if you wanted to, but I wouldn't want to.
I just waited.
So it has a motion sensor, and there's like, it looks like a cave wall, you know, like you'd be going spelunking, but then just had to go to the bathroom. And then there's a motion sensor, and when you step in front of it, the water starts cascading down this face of the
Like,
wall.
you know, if you're at a
Did you watch
pool-
that video, man?
Yeah.
When you're at a
so you know.
pool,
Don't watch
and
it too many times. That's weird.
somebody gets a waterfall element at a pool.
Yeah.
It's like one of those, but inside.
Yeah. And so the water's coming down, splashing, and you just pee into a waterfall like something like a leprechaun would do.
Yeah.
And then you,
Or a centaur. Which one's the Horse, half
Centaur. A Minotaur is like
He's the bullhead with the body.
Yeah.
So
I guess they probably both could do it.
In Harry Potter, what were those things that talked to him in the
Centaur.
forest? Centaur?
Yeah.
Centaur?
It's just centaur.
All right, not centaur.
I don't know how they would pee in a water.
Senator.
I'm not sure how they would pee in a waterfall, but
They lift a leg.
yeah, that would work. Anyway, so it was an experience. I mean, honestly, I've never experienced like anything in my life. I thought that when I was one of the first people in that new bathroom at BWI, I thought that was pretty cool.
This may top
But
it.
I would pay $5 every time to use that.
All right.
So
We
I
should
don't know how they're not
we should put a
charging.
map up of Robbie's best urinals. And BWI has one.
Yeah.
The Madonna Inn has one.
What was the place that hotel we were at had nice bathrooms.
Which one's that?
That Hotel San Luis Obispo, the Florida ceiling stalls.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
was
did.
nice too.
Yeah. Yeah, the one with the rooftop deck.
I like that when we come back from our trip, the most important things to talk
Bathrooms.
about are the bathrooms.
Well, no, going to the top of the Madonna Mountain was
I just think we
cool.
see a lot of bathrooms.
Yeah.
It's worth talking about.
Almost everywhere we go, we do use a bathroom. The Madonna Mountain, though, was cool is when you got to the top, you could see the Seven Sisters, which are these volcanic mountains that go from like the mountain ridge all the way to the ocean.
Yeah.
Again, like I'm like, I really, uphill running isn't my favorite.
Yeah.
And this run again started with a climb to the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I'm starting to get like it's worth it because I love the runs down.
I was going to say, is it worth it because you want a hat?
Well, that was the second day, but that's another day. But coming down, we just started bombing the down. I did take a spill the first day, but I did a nice.
I was there to see it.
Yeah, I did a nice. I did a Robbie, which Robbie hasn't been doing, so maybe it's now a Thomas.
Maybe.
But I hit a rock going full stride on the way down, and it twisted my ankle, and I went down, but I rolled real nice. I got a couple scabs. But,
Yeah.
just rolled, got back up, and then Connor, we took some pictures with Connor and a cow.
Yeah. I was like, dude, you're almost about to end up on Torons of.
Well, the cow let
National
us know when
parks.
it was like cool. It was like cool. You can take a couple pictures,
Dude,
and then it let me know when it was like.
I did
time to
not
go.
mess with cows, man. That freaked me out. 'Cause
Cows do?
I've been like straight up face to face with the bull, and like when they start making a move, man, that is like bad news.
Yeah, for big things, they're pretty fast.
Yeah. But everyone came out alive.
Yeah.
But I will say that's like the third time I've seen you fall in the last 6 months.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
Maybe
in
it's
person.
I am now like we
Maybe.
make fun of Robbie, but maybe it's me.
Yeah.
What was the other times?
When you separate your shoulder,
Oh, that was a good one.
and then
By the way, it's finally starting to come together.
really,
Like I still can't sleep with it above my
really,
head,
jeez,
but like for a while when people would give me high fives and stuff,
yeah.
it would like yank it out of the socket. But now it's fine.
When was the other time I saw you fall? It was somewhat recent.
Probably in Tahoe or in.
Yeah. Oh, in Boston when he fell off the curb.
Oh, that was a good one. I did take a spill in Tahoe as well. Carl was there; he got to see it.
Nice.
But yeah, it was I've been doing that.
Yeah, I don't. I know they say that those mountains are volcanoes or whatever. I was thinking, what if it's just a large serpent that got stuck in like fossilized?
Speaking of serpent, Robbie bought something that you wouldn't let me hang up in the house.
Oh yeah, did you see that picture the story I posted? So we went to the SLO farmers market, and there was, you know how there's just vendors or whatever, and how every farmer's market is exactly the same no matter where you go. There's like always someone selling mushrooms, honey, flour, obviously vegetables, and then like kombucha.
Yeah.
Or a
Sounds right.
small batch whiskey. So I was like, I don't need any of that because I can just go to a Baltimore farmer's market and get the same thing. But then I came across this tent of, I don't know, I think they were witches or something, but they had, I think their company was called Bizarre Oddities.
Okay.
and they had
like pickled animals and stuff.
dude, they had pickled like fetuses of baby mice and stuff. And like pickle, what was the one they had like a baby beaver or something that was in a jar.
And you were like, looks great. I'm going to shop here.
Yeah,
He did.
Oh my God.
Well, there's this
And
museum.
there was also a bat.
like spread out, like dehydrated bat. But there's this museum.
Get him some element.
There's this museum in Philly called the Mutter Museum. Have you ever heard of it? And it's all medical abnormalities that were like studied, and then they just like put them on display. It's crazy.
Yeah,
It looks like that kind of stuff, but humans.
Yeah, that freaked me out.
And anyways, so they had this like a shadow box type frame with a garter snake skeleton in it that looked like, I don't know, it looked awesome. Like, I'm a fan of snakes, House Slytherin represent. And it was I don't know, I was just like, I have to have this. Of course, my phone's dead. I thought I was charging it. And so I because there's certain things when you see them, you're just like, I'm never going to see this again. I don't know where else I would procure such an item. So I bought it, and it's not hanging yet, but it's on my shelf.
It made it home safely?
Yeah, I put it like in the middle of my packing
Okay.
queue with like t-shirts around it and stuff.
Wow.
But I thought it was pretty cool.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I'll put a photo of it for the
For the
podcast.
pod.
For the podcast, yeah. So that night, and then we went and played bocce, and that was a lot of fun. Actually, I enjoyed the bocce
It was
game.
a nice bocce court.
We played Carl and Robbie, and I took on Carl and Connor, and I will tell you what, Carl's technique was unorthodox, but it seemed to work.
Yeah. I don't know. I was not having a good night. I'll say that.
Yeah,
But what's that? Go ahead.
oh no, that wasn't the next night. I guess was the Madonna. After bocce ball.
Yeah. And then we just did some more content type stuff. Then we had like the final day.
Dirt circus.
Yeah, there's this thing called Dirt Circus.
Which is an actual race, right?
right.
Sort
Yeah.
of, is it?
It was kind of a circus.
Who
too.
puts it on?
There was some
Like, I guess they do it at different places, but
Ultra Sign Up, I think, is the main.
person who's behind it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not like a timed race. It's more, how would you describe
It
that?
says Dirt Circus Trail Festival by Ultra Sign Up.
It's honestly just like a
Does it have a description?
run party, group run party.
A celebration of community and sport,
There
a
you go.
spectacle of all things trail running, an exhibition of what's possible when we come together on trails.
So they got a place that's normally a wedding venue that owns like a ton of property. And on that property is a big mountain hill.
Yeah,
or
it's a
whatever you want.
ranch with, dude, how much do you think that property's worth?
I mean,
Hundreds of millions.
yeah, the little houses in San Luis Obispo that look like they were falling over or
Yeah, it looks like
$1.7 million dollars. So this guy had like acres of like California mountains that overlook the ocean.
Like the prime, like Morro Bay, like
Like
crazy.
I'm surprised a developer hasn't been like, look, let's just put houses on those mountains overlooking the ocean.
I'm sure he has, but I think it's one of those family pride things. Dude, it was funny because we were like there, and the trail running community, and this is a ranch in freaking rural California.
Yeah, this dude probably had had to put away his Trump signs.
Dude, they were up.
Oh, they were up? Okay.
Yeah, did you not see them?
No, I
Oh
didn't see
yeah,
them.
dude. Right beside the barn we were at, there was like another building, had like at least 2 Trump flags.
Okay.
Shotgun shells out, like it was hilarious.
Meanwhile, people are rolling up with their painted fingernails, purple hair.
No, it was pretty. I mean, actually, maybe a little bit of that,
Yeah.
but like the Sierra Club on their Subi stickers. But yeah, it was an interesting play. I thought it was awesome.
So what was the
Yeah,
run?
I really like if a wedding was there, I think it would be great. It was like, do you remember where this isn't get in Pennsylvania? We went to one in Pennsylvania that was in a
yeah.
barn like that, and it's such a fun environment.
Yeah.
But this one, like, it was beautiful, and then there was like a start to the race, and we did a little thing first. So we all had to pull a name out of a hat to see what Adidas trail shoe you were going to wear for the day.
Yeah. Yeah, we all pulled a name out of the hat.
I may have.
All very randomly.
Yeah.
I may have planted my pick before, and someone was nice enough to help me.
Oblige.
I had an insider.
Yeah.
So I got the Agravic, the Terex Agravic Ultra.
Close. I was trying to see if you could remember it.
Speed Ultra.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Which I really did like. I don't know if it was great for this style of trail. I don't know what would be good for this style of trail because some of the trail was
Definitely not good for. Yeah, I don't think any shoe.
yeah. Some of the trail was cow path, so like where the cows had gone, they put like dents with their hooves, so it's like big enough to have a dent that you could twist an ankle in, and then flat ground, and then another like
And then it's
peppered with
and
it.
then it's mostly covered up by grass.
Yeah.
Good times.
It was crazy. I am shocked that I did not roll my ankle on that.
So
I don't know how.
They had a contest to get the hat, and it was first one down.
Well, what kind of hat?
It was Stetson cowboy hat.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted. I knew Robbie was interested. And
Who doesn't want a cowboy hat?
the rule was whoever gets to the top and back down first would get the hat.
And this is just for you running warehouse people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't even know where the hat came
there's like
from.
10 of us. It was the one that we pulled. She brought the hat.
Yeah, but-
because we pulled
Why'd she even bring it?
to pull the names out.
Oh, okay.
So there was like 10 of us or so. I don't know how many of us there were, but there was quite a few. And we went, so at the beginning, Matt Klein and Ioana are like, they've been doing like 20 miles a day every day. And so they had talked about getting extra miles at the top. And so it wasn't marked totally like very clearly at the top. So I would say that I was probably fourth or fifth person up to the top. But I saw them all go around, and so I was like, oh, they're all getting extra miles. While they're getting extra miles, I'll just boogie down and go get that hat. So while they were off that direction, I went with Connor, and we just we bolted down this hill. Like it took us probably 30 minutes to go 2 miles up, and it probably took me, 15 to
Go down.
18 to go down. Although, like when I looked at my Strava, it's like I don't understand. Like we were rolling, and my Strava paces are like weird. But
I think it's just like you think you're running faster than you are, even on the downhill.
I mean, possibly Connor and I we were full stride.
I thought same thing the day before Madonna, which was just more smoothed out.
Yeah.
I thought I was running like 6:30s, and it was like 7:30.
See, I felt like we were going around 7:30 on the way down.
Yeah.
That day. But anyway, so we get down, and I put the hat on, and I start running back up, and I think like Drew was the next person I saw. So he's like, "Hey, that's my hat." I'm like, "Sorry, sucker." But we went back up, and then I was like, "Oh, there's this other section that I could have taken off." I don't know. It was really tough to tell which was part of the course and which wasn't. But technically, and according to I went back down. I was like, "Well, if there's any dispute," and Connor's like, "No, there's no dispute. You did, you got it." So I was like, "All right, I'll live with that." But then the rest of the people got down. Was it 508 beers?
No, Firestone Walker.
But what's the number? Wasn't there a number with it too?
Oh, it was just that was a certain kind.
Oh, okay.
But the company was Firestone Walker.
And their beers were delicious.
Yeah, it was good.
All right, second check-in. And we're going to stick with it's your thoughts that matter. And think about how you're the one who sets the tone for your day. So is running something you get to do, or is running something you have to do? So you look at your training schedule and you're like, oh, man, I don't feel like going for a run. Or maybe you look at it and you go, oh, this is exciting. I get to put in some miles today and work towards a bigger goal. So make sure that you're framing it right and doing the good stuff.
Okay, Thomas, let's talk about our sponsor, LMNT.
I'm so addicted to this stuff. I don't know how it happened. When I first started drinking, I was like, it's too salty. And now I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, so they now have LMNT Sparkling, which comes in cans. It's the same zero sugar electrolyte formula that was in the powder, but now it comes in a can with bubbles.
And we've been doing that before they even had the cans. We started mixing the powders with like seltzer.
Yeah, and it's perfect during the summer when the temps are rising, you're sweating more, you need to replenish those electrolytes, especially sodium, which LMNT is known for having a bunch of. So our listeners can get a free LMNT sample pack with the purchase of any mix order. Just go to drinklmnt.com/thedrop.
Adidas Terex was like the second sponsor or whatever.
Okay.
So they had a huge footprint and people could test out all their shoes.
Yeah, that's what I was reading on here. It's basically like it's free to come and you can get shoe demos. It's almost like a group run.
It pretty much is.
It's honestly, if anyone's, look it up on Ultra Sign Up and see if there's one coming near you because it's insane.
They're going to be in Seattle, Boulder, Flower Mound, and then Bentonville.
Like, it's crazy. It's a free event.
Yeah.
We should see if they'll do one in Baltimore. We could co-host.
Yeah.
'Cause it was
run to
fun.
the top of Fed Hill.
No, I mean, you could do Oregon Ridge. You could do Patapsco.
Yeah. But it was, so it's free.
Yeah.
Everyone gets to try on the newest Adidas shoes, which is
yeah.
cool.
What were the three that they had there?
The Agravic, the Speed Ultra, and the
Just
Agravic
regular
3,
Speed?
Agravic Speed Ultra, and Agravic Speed.
And which
Just
one
the-
did you wear?
Agravic Speed.
What do you think?
It was nice. It was like, it's like a faster shoe. It's
Because you've
just
run in
not-
the Ultra Speed or
Yeah.
the Speed Ultra.
Yeah, it's like an in-between shoe, you know? It's like faster, but not as crazy as the Speed Ultra, which is pretty, still doesn't have much ankle support, which is annoying. The fit of the upper is still, you have to dial it in correctly, which like every Adidas shoe is a pain in the ass. But so they had the run, of course. They had free beers after
wow.
the finish. They had like bagels, bananas,
Water.
whatever. They had a granola bar from that Adidas had, like where you just like the cereal things.
yeah.
When he says granola bar, it wasn't a granola bar.
A
It was.
sorry,
bar
yeah.
with granola.
It was like, you know when you go to the market and you can like
like a buffet line.
get like a bag of
Yeah.
like stuff.
They had these nice like waterproof pouch bags.
Those are pretty heavy duty.
Yeah, that like you could definitely use for your phone or whatever. And then at the end they had a raffle and they were giving away a ton of prizes, like
Oh, cool.
good stuff too. $200 gift cards to Running Warehouse, 5 of those. These nice like backpacks, that same ones that we had. These like Terex packs, day packs, like $180 packs, like
That's amazing.
Shoes.
tons of stuff, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I definitely.
All
If
right,
you
so
can,
go check out Dirt Circus if you.
yeah, if you can jump
you
into one of
haven't.
those, it's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
And it was also nice knowing that it wasn't a race. There was some pressure taken off of just like,
Oh yeah, I was definitely taking my time on that.
yeah, it was just like whatever. Mm-hmm. And that was a nice feeling.
Yeah, my calves were thrashed though after running up and down.
I mean, I was
Hills
surprised
and
because like
mountains
that's,
all
I
week.
feel like all we've been doing is extreme climbing, like from Tahoe to here.
Yeah.
But
Anyways, so yeah, it was a pretty good time all around. It was, I mean, I had fun. I thought it was some good running for sure.
Yeah.
I was surprised because I skipped my 10-mile run and I still was able to get 40 miles in for the week.
Yeah, I only got 30 miles. That's what I was bummed about.
How'd you only get 30 miles? You were running more than me most of the time.
I don't know how you got 40 miles in. Did you? Maybe I didn't run on.
I had a 10-mile run before we left.
Okay,
And then-
that's probably why.
Yeah, and then if you got 30, then pretty much. I did skip the day that we did the donut thing. I felt like I just crashed from travel. And I was just like, oh, I was supposed to do a 10-mile workout with paces and stuff. And I was just like, I'm not doing the donut mile. I'm not doing the workout. I'm done. And it was smart because I felt much better the next day. And that's the day we went up to the top of Madonna.
Yeah,
And the weird thing about, it's like, so when you're in Tahoe and you get to the top of the mountain, yeah, you can see the village that is at the bottom of the mountain, the base of the ski slope. But when you get up to the top of these places that we were in San Luis Obispo, like you're looking at like a city down below that's like a real place where people live kind of thing. You know what I mean? It was a little different.
Yeah. So we're going to the Olympics soon, right?
We are. We're going to Paris.
That's insane.
Oh, did you see the pin?
I did.
Hey, Carl, can you grab that pin that's on the counter? I want Robbie to hold it.
Are we announcing anything that we're like doing yet?
Not yet, but we will be hosting one morning a group run, and I believe it's the Thursday we're there, which will be August 8th. So I believe that's what we'll be doing. So if you guys are going to be there, you can join us then.
So
I'll publish details.
I got
when we
100
know
of those pins made.
Oh, cool.
That Robbie's holding right now.
Yeah.
And
that's nice.
So the first people that ask me for ones in Paris will get a collector's Believe in the Run Paris.
That's pretty sweet.
Pin. But it isn't it sweet?
I do. Yeah, it's actually nice.
Like it came out, it's not too big. You throw it on a hat.
Yeah.
So Robbie, last time you were here, we gave you some of those Lagoon night bites. Have you tried them?
I have tried them. They were a little bit crumbly because I think they melted on your doorstep because they were out, like someone delivered them.
Yeah, they delivered them while we were gone, and it was like 1,000,000 degrees. So they kind of melted. Then we put them in the fridge to harden them back up.
Yeah.
But I don't think they came back right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, when I unpackaged them, they were kind of crumbly. So I was just like eating them over the sink to like catch all the crumbs as I'm like piling it in my mouth. But it tasted really good though.
And did you sleep well?
I did. I was
Okay.
also coming back from a long trip, so it was pretty dead anyways. But yeah, I was saying it would probably taste good on an ice cream or something if you crumbled it up.
Yeah.
Or
Why wouldn't it?
On any as a topping? What are other things you would use as a
See, I think you're just supposed to keep it like by your nightstand though.
Oh,
So
really?
it's like a little last minute, like before bed thing.
So do you brush your teeth
That's what I was
first or
gonna
after?
say.
Oh, I don't know.
Dark chocolate all night in your mouth. I probably want to brush my
I
teeth.
guess you got to do it before you
So
Yeah.
make some ice cream.
Yeah.
Or
All right, so
melt it into some chocolate milk in a hot
work.
chocolate.
That would work.
All right. Well, you can, if you guys want to try that, or if you just want to get one of their really good pillows, which we all use, you can go to lagoonsleep.com /believe. And then there's a bunch of information on that landing page, but also you can just use the code believe if you want to purchase something, and that'll save you 15%.
Did you see they're also like refurbishing pillows now?
They are?
Yeah. So normally if they get a return, which he says he gets less than 5% return, but if they get a return, they inspect them and see like if the ones that have any stains or anything like that, they're just gone. But
I'll buy those ones.
right. But, but the other ones they're taking, they wash them and clean them and do all that stuff. And then repackage. Some of those go to charities, like so that they give some out. But now they're going to have a pillow program for people who can't or don't want to spend like the full retail on the pillow.
Oh,
You'd be
man.
able to get a Lagoon pillow.
Where is this?
Refurbished on there, so you could get them at quite a discount. And
All right.
he says they're as good as new. They're just they went to someone's house.
You're right. Certified refurbished.
Yeah,
All right. Go to this
Oh, dude, I would do that.
lagoonsleep.com.
I know you would. That's everybody's Christmas list for Robbie.
Look at this. There's one that's like, yeah, it's like 50% off almost.
There you go.
Shoot.
I'll bet you could still
Here, I
use
bought
it,
those Casper pillows on Amazon. I could have been buying refurbished pillows from Lagoon.
There you go.
especially for your guest room.
Yeah.
They won't know.
Oh, I'll turn the guest room into my room. But yeah, the night bites. I didn't realize they had other flavors too: chocolate almonds and chocolate.
Yeah, they do.
cherries.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty
We
good.
just gave you the regular ones.
Okay.
Do you want to test out these hot sauces?
Yes.
I know. So, Robbie, black-eyed Susan
Yeah, you got it.
stopped by. He actually was delivering to like restaurants or something in town. Stopped by the headquarters and dropped off 4 hot sauces and a rub for us to try. But we decided, hey, why don't we give him a shot on the air
Live.
and see? It's kind of like hot ones, but without any wings.
Yeah. So Black Eyed Susan, by the way, official flower of Maryland, but the hot sauce itself, I have one of these, so I know what it tastes like.
Which one do you have?
I've tried the Trinidad Time Bomb. It's excellent.
All right, so let's.
I'm almost out of it at home, so it kind of worked out.
We need to go least hot
you're
to
taking
hottest.
you're taking this one?
Is this least hot?
Well, no, you can have it.
I'm kidding. All right, let's try the Trinidad. You
Wait,
want it on your plate?
least
Meg?
hot to hot. No, that's not the least hottest. We got to do this one, which is the Cannonball Crush. By the way, this isn't a sponsorship. We're just doing this for fun.
Yeah,
In no way.
because we
paid
like
us,
hot sauces.
Yeah.
Other than they gave us these hot sauces.
Well, it started because you were talking about one that you liked from the Bahamas.
Yeah, which I got.
Meg, you want your plate over here?
I got back
there's
in my-
shoes.
You want your plate over here?
There we go.
Okay, I can put it on. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Just give it to you. Just pass it around.
Yeah, just use it and pass it.
I was gonna pour some on your
okay.
plate
Just use it.
so that you could dip, but now I'll do this slowly.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I think this is a pretty
I
tame
smell
one.
garlic.
On the spice meter, it's like halfway up, maybe a little bit more. I'm sure everyone will love the ASMR crunching on our
Yeah.
end.
It actually has quite a kick.
And this is the least one?
Smoky, garlicky.
That is a smoky, garlicky one. Oh, we forgot to get waters over here.
I think that I have water. I think that's too smoky for me.
Okay, I actually like that. It's pretty.
I don't know.
that's
It's pretty good.
decently spicy for being a medium.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the next ones based on that level.
I'm wondering what I would use that on. That's good for poultry.
Oh
fish.
yeah, for sure.
All right, let's go now to the one that you've had before. Is Trinidad Time Bomb.
So the other
And
one,
thyme is spelled like the spice, the herb.
yeah,
not the-
Cannonball Crush. Yeah, you're right. Garlic, ghost pepper, that's hickory smoked sea salt. That's pretty cool.
That's on the last one.
Yeah, that was the last one we had.
All right, will you read off the ingredients on this one we're trying now?
Yeah. We have two more after these. So the ingredients on this one are pineapple juice. You get a little bit of bananas. So it is like a Trinidadian type vibe.
That one's weird.
It's fruity, but you can really taste the hot.
I like us fruitier.
I think that one's more mild than the last one.
I get the habanero seems to build on that one.
It's just getting hotter.
Yeah, it kicks at the end.
What's it?
Yeah.
Does that one have habanero? What's the pepper in that one?
I think it was.
I think when you said bananas, I tasted bananas and I didn't like that.
That's bananas.
So
Right?
this has yellow 7-pot mash, which is a Trinidad type pepper.
Pepper. All right.
My mouth is feeling like it's a bit on fire.
Trinidad 7-pot peppers.
I like that one because it has the sneaky heat.
Yeah, I like the sneaky heat. All right. So the next one is Death by Chocolate, which is interesting.
That sounds weird.
Which is weird. In the rub Death by Chocolate?
Oh, yeah. So this has apple cider vinegar, apples, canned peaches, and then chocolate and a habanero mash.
All right.
Interesting.
Let's give this one. I don't know.
Right now, Trinidad Time Bomb is my favorite so far out of the first two. The Cannonball Crush is good, but it is pretty smoky. You have to like some.
Yeah, but see, I think the Trinidad one that you like is too fruity or something.
So that's the thing. I like a fruity hot sauce. All right, so this is the Death by Chocolate.
Do you taste the chocolate?
How much did you put on? Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I taste apples.
Yeah, that tastes like Christmas.
Oh wow, it really does.
So far, that's my least favorite of them.
It's interesting.
That tastes like applesauce with
Like, I feel
spices
like
in
all
it.
these need to be on jerk chicken.
That actually doesn't. Yeah, this does have like a jerk chicken type vibe. This didn't taste as hot to me.
I know. Are we just getting used to it?
I'm gonna put some more on. See if that's.
I actually think the first one that you were like, this is not so hot. I think that one was
I know
nice.
that. Did you do this backwards? Did you mess with us?
No, look, it has the scale on the
Okay.
side.
All right.
Wait, so this next one we're gonna do is the hottest.
Oh wait, this was actually.
Wait.
This one was no. This should have been second. The chocolate one was second.
Okay.
And either way, this is the hottest. This is the full red.
It says
Red
red
flag.
flag, on
red.
it.
It's called red flag.
I'm ready to go. This is the one I'm
scared.
excited about. Let's see.
The theme seems to be a pirate type thing.
I mean, it makes sense.
Now, what's a scabbard? Is that something? the
Scabbard
pirates-
is what you put your sword in.
That's the thing you put it in.
I think so.
Okay. Well, they have a sword for their hot meter.
How much are you going to put on here?
And that one has a full sword.
All right.
And what are there's like no even flavors. It just says hot on it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing. It's just peppers.
Yeah. Oh,
I think-
it's thicker than the other ones. Oh, that seems like a lot.
Let me see how much.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
Bro.
I think they.
Alright.
That you
I think
did too much.
If I had a hot sauce company, my ratings would be in toilet paper rolls.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Like
get that
you're
ring
saying that
stain.
now.
All right, I'm gonna let this spread out on the chip a little bit. This one's definitely thicker.
Yeah, it's definitely thicker.
Almost has like a A1 steak sauce.
So far, honestly, I don't feel like the heat has been that bad. Edible.
Yeah, I'm nervous about this guy.
Could this one be on hot
I should have
ones?
just waited until he expressed himself first. Is it hitting really hard?
So this has grape juice, red raspberries, red onion, cranberries, apple cider vinegar, Trinidad scorpion pepper mash,
I feel like I taste the cranberry.
dried Trinidad scorpion peppers.
Definitely had it berry forward, but yeah, my mouth is burning now.
I feel like that's just all of them though.
That's pretty hot.
It's that one.
This one, my mouth is definitely burning from this one.
You put a lot on
But
there.
you did put a lot on it.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's pretty good heat.
I don't know. Now that we've had them all, I think I like that Cannonball Crush, the first one.
You think so?
Oh.
I think the Time's still my favorite, but I do like the Cannonball Crush for the smokiness. Yeah, that heat will stick around.
That's not going away.
That's pretty hot.
Oh.
It's like
It just builds.
yeah.
Yeah. Why
It's
is
like a
it? It's not going away.
Good hot, it's like a strong
That's a scorpion.
habanero. It's a scorpion pepper.
What do they say? You're supposed to drink milk or something?
Yep.
Milk or ice cream. I only have hot coffee, so I guess that's what I'm going with.
Bubbly water.
So talk about the pin.
So Thomas is going to get some milk.
No.
The pin, the Paris pin. Why are we talking about the pin? Didn't we talk about the pin?
Yeah, we don't need to talk about the pin.
We're delirious right now.
We do need to talk about this shoe though, but Thomas ran in it. But we can start talking about it.
Yeah. Thanks, by the way, to Black Eyed Susan
Yeah.
for sending these hot sauces. We will get good use out of them for
I
sure.
think thanks. I don't know.
Meg,
I'm regretting the last one.
the heat does hang.
All right, final check-in. And again, it's your thoughts. And hopefully right now you're thinking, man, this was a great podcast. If not, well, sorry about that. But it's your thoughts that matter. And just think about it. You're running, you're getting these miles in. Maybe you're getting the miles for grit. And they're just adding up. And when you think back at this time and you think back on the time you spent running, you're probably going to have positive feelings about it. So be proud, be happy, and just keep yourself motivated by keeping those positive thoughts coming.
All right, Thomas, let's talk about one of our sponsors today, Cheribundi.
I love that tart cherry juice.
Yeah, so tart cherries are the most antioxidant-rich superfruit and also the only superfruit to contain a natural melatonin. The combination of high antioxidants, which helps reduce inflammation, and the natural melatonin, which helps regulate sleep cycle, is what creates the really powerful all-natural recovery.
There's the pure, there's the sleep. So they add melatonin to the sleep.
Yep, and so we've been using the concentrate pouches, the original, we throw them in the freezer, take them after a workout, and it's quite a delicious treat.
Especially in these hot summer months.
Yeah, so not only does it reduce inflammation and recover faster, it can help you sleep better. It's just really good stuff.
Yeah, and people ask when you need to take it, and it's one of those things that builds up in your system. So, if you're using it daily, it's going to help with that inflammation, help you recover faster, and help you just feel better.
Also, it tastes delicious, like we said. So if you want to grab some, go to cheribundi.com, use the code THEDROP for 20% off. But yeah, so the Hoka Mach X2, we saw at TRE.
Yeah.
But now it's here for testing. I've actually put 24 miles on it
Okay.
because I ran it for the past 2 runs.
I have 16.
I didn't get the shoe. I thought I was on the seating list, but maybe they just had a certain amount.
There's a lot I like about it and some things I don't like about it.
Okay.
I would agree.
So let me give the rundown real quick.
Okay.
Of like what it's about for everyone, so you can get your tongue and nose together.
My tongue's on fire.
So, I think the last one had a P-Bax plate, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So this has a woven breathable upper, P-Bax plate, Piba top midsole, and a it doesn't say, it says Piba top layer. So this is just a EVA bottom layer?
My guess that's just a standard EVA. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know if it's a super critical.
$190.
So it's up there.
Stack height for men's is 44 in the heel, 39 in the forefoot. Women's 38 in the heel, 33 in the forefoot.
Did you feel like it felt that high?
Yeah, it felt high.
Okay.
And that's because it's women. They're doing women's 8 and a men's size 10.
What did they say the weight was for the men's size 10?
The weight there it doesn't say. Doesn't say on here.
All right.
It's blank for some reason.
I mean, step and feel is great. The cushioning feels amazing. The plate actually helps because the foam's pretty soft, but with the plate in there, it gives it kind of some structure. One thing I would say, it's not very stable. Matter of fact, I would say it's not stable at all. So you kind of want to be like moving, not your easy pace in this, a little bit quicker. I think it's fine at easy pace, but I think it would probably be better if you're a little bit up.
Yeah, no, I
toes.
definitely think it feels best at a little bit of a faster pace, but I also ran easy miles in it, no issue. I didn't notice that as much as I had issues with the upper. It was a little bit too long. And because they've designed this collar as sort of like a race style fit, if it doesn't fit you perfectly, it does not feel great on your heel.
So it did not fit you perfectly?
No.
I
It was a little too long.
I felt like you got a little. Mine was the right length, but I do feel like the minimalist heel collar and heel counter. I did get a little lift on my first run.
Yeah.
It was really noticeable. I felt like it was less noticeable on my second run. I think you sink into it a little bit more.
The first one didn't have that, right? Last
No.
year's?
I think it was more of a traditional.
And I think maybe I need to mess around with the laces a little bit, maybe use that second loophole in the back. But outside of the fit not being perfect, I really, really enjoyed the underfoot feel. Like
Yeah.
I really like the combination of the Piba underfoot, the P-Bax plate, and then
So
the rocker.
we were just wearing a shoe that's similar to it. I feel as far as softness, that would be the New Balance Balos. But I feel like the plate really helps, keep it from being. I felt like
Balos felt much softer to me.
right. That's what I'm saying. I felt like the
Right.
ballast felt too soft. For me, it was just like a little bit. Like I'm like, what is this shoe? It's like premium cushioning, but it's not a fast day shoe. It's not a. It's just kind of in there. This one, I felt like you get that nice squish that you want out of that softness, but the P-Bax plate helps keep it from being too crazy. And then the addition of this EVA here, or the other layer of foam,
Yeah.
kind of give it like more structure.
Yeah. I think if I can figure out the fit, I'm just going to love the shoe. But it feels great for, like, again, I think this is one of those super trainers that you can do a lot of your miles with. So you can do your easy runs, your workouts, your long day runs.
I also think this could be some people's marathon day.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like I think last year when the Mach X came out, I think people were a little disappointed that they thought it was going to be more closer to race day.
Yeah, yeah.
And so some people were disappointed. And I was like, well, the CLO Road kind of has that kind of faster tempo day. This actually complements the Mach really well. I think the Mach with the supercritical foam and just a nice feel. Is that one a Piba mix on the Mach regular?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Anyway, the foam feels good on the Mach regular, but it's not as high a stack. It's not doesn't have the plate. And this one I think is a nice like elevation to that. It's enough different that you're like, okay.
I mean, it's kind of crazy how many X shoes there are now in the Hoka lineup. And then it's crazy how they're all like pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's almost
Not just good, but great.
yeah, it's almost confusing right now. Like we were bashing Hoka about a year ago or so because their foams just weren't up to snuff.
Yeah.
And now I feel like their foams are some of the best out there.
And really, it's just took putting Piba into a lot of them.
Yeah. But the formulation's correct.
Yeah.
Like we've seen Piba and some other shoes where I'm just like, what's the point?
Yeah. Maybe it's that combination, dual layer.
Yeah.
This one feels like a cousin to the CLO X1, which I love for daily training. So this is kind of, I would go.
I almost wish though that they had put a more substantial upper on this to give it more of that daily training vibe, because I felt like that was my issue with the CLO X1. It's like you had this race style upper with a shoe that I just wanted to run daily miles in. And again, you have this shoe that's actually meant for the daily training and fast days and training, but you have this race style top on it and it doesn't feel right.
Well, the regular Mach had a pretty nice upper. Do you think if you had just taken the regular Mach's upper and put it on this?
I just want a little more cushioning. And maybe it's also just because I'm having that rubbing on my heel. Like I think if you get this to fit well, it probably feels great.
Yeah.
I just didn't get it to fit well.
The only thing I noticed was that the structure around the heel collar and counter was a little bit janky.
Yeah.
But not enough for me to dislike this shoe.
No, I'd still put it on.
Yeah.
Blisters and all.
Hey.
So yeah, this one's coming out, I think September for $190.
So that's a weird spot now. We have these shoes. And I do, you talk about the shoes that are at that level. Super Blast 200.
Yeah.
This one's at 190. The Balos is 200 now. Like there's a whole new realm of shoes with Piba plates, all of that are not necessarily race day shoes that are coming in really close to $200.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, how do you, at this point, like, how do you recommend those to, like, who do you recommend those shoes to?
Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. Because, especially the Balos is a weird one.
It is. I think you just have to really be, like, I wouldn't recommend these to the casual runner. These shoes are for the people that, like, want to get the most out of their daily training and their training and probably going to have more than one pair of shoes. And they have the income to spend an extra $200 on an extra shoe.
Yeah.
But they just feel amazing.
It's crazy how Hoka just in 2024, like they basically can't miss.
Yeah.
I mean, has there been a bad shoe?
I'm
Besides that
interested.
Rahi?
So Carl's going to do the Rincon. Is it Rincon 4?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it as we were taking photos of it, and I'm like, it's got that rubberized EVA outsole that's more substantial. It looks like more of a daily trainer kind of look to it rather than like what I liked about the first two.
Yeah.
They kind of had that funky look to them. But that one should be interesting. I'm trying to think, was there a shoe that we didn't like from them this year?
I mean, the Arahi was trash.
That's right.
Probably the worst. Like it actually was trash. I've never, everyone I've heard that's run it says it's like the worst shoe they've ever run in.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was, I saw a lot of people
Ken
wear
is-
it casually.
Yeah. That's the only possible use case for it.
The CLO X1 was one of our favorites to run, even though not for the purpose they designed it.
Yeah.
The Rocket X2, still solid.
Yeah. Skyward X.
We didn't try the Skyflow.
Haven't tried the Sky. Yeah, well, I don't even know why.
It's at Charm City.
Skyflow.
Go get it.
That's not an X show though.
No.
Yeah.
I think the Skyward X is the
The
data
carbon
part to that.
version of that.
Another one that's fun to run in.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I would go. I think I would take this over the Skyward X though.
Okay, really? Wow.
Yeah, I like this. The Skyward X is great for like just easy miles. I think this one's a little more versatile.
Yeah. Cool. All right. I've still got to get some more miles in the Brooks Hyperion Max 2.
I have my feelings about that shoe, and I don't.
I
think my feelings are gonna go against
I think
the
so.
majority.
I think so too. I'm gonna run a workout tonight because I procrastinated. I'm gonna run it like night when it gets dark
Like
because it's
midnight?
100 degrees here today.
See,
Like
I can't do that. I'd rather
9
just run
PM.
at 2 p.m. and suffer through it.
9 p.m. baby.
Or a
Let the
treadmill.
night descend upon me and give me strength. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah. Good luck to you.
But I don't know. I ran it yesterday, and I'm like, I feel like this is a shoe that I'm gonna love.
Wow.
Okay, and I've heard other people say nice things about it.
Our first thoughts, there was like a lot of people that
Yeah.
were like, this shoe's incredible.
Yeah. I know people are going to think it's because I have a problem with Brooks, but it's not because I have a problem with Brooks. It's just the shoe, I didn't feel like the midsole accommodated. Like it was a little too firm during the run. Certainly doesn't feel max,
We'll find out.
but whatever.
Well, I think that's the whole point, though, is that, we talked about this. We'll
Yeah.
talk about it in the review.
Yeah, we'll get to that. And then we just got in the Nike Pegasus Plus, which is...
Oh, you did get that in?
Oh, yeah, it's downstairs. Your
sick.
pair is here.
Oh, there's really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Have you run in it yet?
No, I have. So I was kind of like, I really want to run in it, but I want to get the miles done
Yeah.
in the Mach X. And then I want to get the trainer we have, another long run, and I'll have that one done. So we can do first impressions or something like that. But like if I was doing my workout tonight and I had the Plus, but it looks amazing because it looks like the original Turbo, like with the stripe down the center and everything like that.
Whoa. All
And
right.
that off-white mint green color.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, it looks nice. It's Zoom X.
Yep.
It's
Have you tried it on yet?
It's one of the best looking shoes I've seen in a while.
Have you put it on? Okay.
We got the box. So we rolled up yesterday after working in the office, which is actually, I've never seen an air conditioning thing so big. Like the
That's
one
what she said.
one in our house, which is twice the size of the office,
Yeah.
is smaller than this thing.
Is it air conditioning the whole block?
It
Do they hook it up to
feels
every
like
building?
Probably.
It
They were
totally-
like,
so
just take care of Easter.
The whole reason we were remodeling the downstairs was to open up that area. This new thing it takes up half the room.
What are you talking about?
Like we're gonna have to build a closet around it, and it's gonna be like a big bulky thing
Are you kidding?
right in the middle. Yeah, it's like it totally destroyed our whole let's open this up.
Okay.
Thing.
Wow. All
Anyway.
right. Interesting. So I'm sure. Yeah.
Plus one of the
This is what you tuned in for the running podcast.
Yeah.
about.
especially
It's our
the
air conditioning.
one of the
problems.
expensive light fixtures that we had is behind it now, so we're gonna have to move that
Sweet.
too.
Okay.
So.
Anyway.
All right. Last thing. Shout out to Courtney DeWalter,
Oh yeah.
who we didn't mention.
Crushing.
who-
Always.
3rd place overall at Hard Rock. 1st place women's course record. Why not? She's 39, still doing.
She's
Apparently,
incredible.
just hitting her stride. It's just
Yeah.
insane. Man, that's mind blowing. Anyways, so do you know she's running UTMB again?
That makes sense.
Why wouldn't she?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like she would, but that's just crazy.
Yeah, she's pound for pound, she's the champ.
I mean, I saw someone bring this up on Threads or something, but it's like, at what point is she just not one of the greatest ultra runners of all time? Might be the best, but like, just runners
Yeah.
or endurance athletes, the greatest.
Yeah.
I know Killian Jornet's pretty incredible as well, but like, and Ann Trason from back in the early days of ultra running, but now it's like so much more competitive.
Like if I was a strong female ultra runner, I would just see what races Courtney's not signing up for.
Seriously.
I just be like, okay,
Yeah,
that's,
because you had no chance.
yeah, like she's finishing 4th overall at Hard Rock. Like
Is it 3rd or 4th?
I thought she finished 4th
Okay,
overall.
it might be 4th. But yeah, like I'm looking at all her race results. They're literally all first place. Like she never finished.
That's what I'm saying. You look for the races she's not running.
So is that
We have to wrap this
All
up,
right.
actually.
all right?
All right. See you guys next week. Hi, Ma.